Hey, what up, 234? It's Ari the guy again. And today I'll be talking about just basically challenges that the LGBT community face. But before I get into the nitty-gritty of the whole topic, please and please, if you are new to this channel, I beg, share my videos. No, even if you share this one, share the older ones. Share them like that. And when you talk about the LGBTQ community, what comes to mind is unacceptance. What comes to mind is, I think for some people, they'll say violation of human rights. And I feel it's quite a very difficult task, especially in Nigeria, where you have to navigate between family, society, police, how they see, which most of the time leads these people to start living double lives, right? It's like, oh, outside, they are this kind of person, inside, they're that kind of person. Now, I'm not here to say, oh, they are terrible people or they are not. That's really like you always know, that's really not my issue. There are some theories that have come out in the past of still coming out is that, oh, it's the theory of that's how they were born. Some people even say they've been there since the dawn of time, since Adam and Eve for Christians, that some people were even getting the Bible. Well, I've not seen any direct proof. If they don't come from that angle, that's the demonic angle. They come from the part of, well, there are science experiments. Some people say, oh, they were born this way. Some say, oh, they are demons. But all this, I don't think we've had any material, concrete proof to say this is. But one thing I can say for sure is that they are human beings just like every single one of us. They feel like us, they talk like us, they eat like us. I think they even love like us, but it's just their way of showing it or who they share it with is what I think society has a problem with. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down some of the 5 most challenges I think that the LGBT community faces, especially in Nigeria. So let's relate. There's a question at the end of this video where if you watch the end, then please just answer the question in the comment section and let's engage. Now let's dive right into the video.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Number 1, the law wahala. I don't know this particular law. There's a law in Nigeria, I think it was passed in 2014. I don't know, I've forgotten the name of this particular law, where they say for anybody that is caught being one of these people, you're going to be sent to jail for 14 years. If you are even supporting them, you're supporting them, you're not even safe. If you're even supporting them, there's a high chance that also you'll be going to jail for that same 14 years. Imagine yourself as a human being who wants to express his or herself. Now, what that does is that, oh, you have freedom to practice, but don't get caught. You're sort of shrived, you're being put in a box where you had no choice that to conform, because once the law is against you, I think there's really not so much you can do. It's basically a case of people look for law to find peace. But in Nigeria, for the LGBTQ community, finding law is the same thing as getting yourself a police case. Basically, in my head, that's what it looks like. So that's number 1 thing. The law, this is one of the challenges that they face the whole lot, because even if they get molested, who do they complain to? The authorities. And what does the authorities do? It's a crime. They have to arrest you. 14 years is not even enough for so many people to even think of building their lives. So with 14 years, they're still trying to get the hook of things, right? And let's say for whatever reason they are caught, they are thrown in jail for 14 whole years. That's like a huge chunk of their life is taken away from them. Number 2, society issues. Society issues in the sense that some companies, they won't employ you if you're one of them, even if it's just based on a rumor. They will not want to employ you. Some landlords will not even give you a house. For those that even give you a house, at the end of the day, once they discover that, this one is a less or is a buy or whatever, the next thing they are doing is quick notice, leave my house, go away. And even people in the society don't help. Once they notice that you're like that, the way they start looking at you, it's like they start judging you. It's like at that point, we forget the fact that these people are human beings, and automatically we start judging. Not saying it's a norm. Of course, it's not a norm. At least from the time that I've known or from what I've seen so far growing up as a child, is a man, a woman. But then there's these people that branch out. And society sort of makes it a taboo. And let me just give an example here. What happened? There are people that believe in flat earths. There are people who believe in all manner of stuff. I'm not saying us persecute them as much as we persecute the LGBTQ community. It's like this one hits close to home because maybe it has to do with sexuality. That's why we see that's the reason, oh, let us fight them. They are not part of us. And because of these societal things that we carry on around subconsciously, or even without talking about, we already know there are times that, let me know straight away, because of these societal norms that we carry around, some of them cannot quote unquote leave the proverbial closet. They can't come out of the closet. As a matter of fact, the whole wardrobe are then carry out because it forces you to live a life of pretense, a life of not knowing who you are. If you're forming that you're a straight guy, a straight girl, in a place where they're talking about people in this community, you would have to pretend to, sometimes some of them have to pretend to talk against the community. So they just feel like, oh, well, I just to feel among, the fear of missing out, let me just feel among that, oh, these guys are my guys. This is some of the crazy things that happens on and on. Number 3 is family drama. Well, families, I don't think that they really help. It is why. Because for some families, the moment they figure out that you are like that, if you're a Christian, they're taking you to a church for deliverance. If you're a Muslim, they're taking you to an alpha for deliverance. Right? They don't think about it, they don't see that aspect. I understand if a parent or someone is saying, oh, well, there's a demon, it's possessed. But how do you know that there are people they've taken to church, there are people they've taken to morgue, people they've conducted hundreds or 20 something or there's something deliverances for, and at the end of the day, they are still who they are. Yeah, people will come and say, for some of them, the pastors are fake. Who are we to say if they are fake or real? It's their life. I'm not going to say pastor is fake or real, or what I think causes it. But if someone is telling me, oh, this is how I feel, this is who I am, I think the first step is to understand them. If you actually want to help them, you have to understand them. If you think, oh, I have to help them. And some of them, they feel they are not broken things to be fixed this way, and they've embraced it. And that's okay. That's okay. Parents do these things and they take them to church. And if it's not that, if they try the church angle and it doesn't work, the next thing family is doing is, oh, you need to get married. They forced the person to get married. Now, that's not even a pro. That's not, okay, you want to let you see if you can, how do I put it? That's for the guys. Now, let's see if you can be with a woman and stuff. That's not the issue. The main problem now is that the family that are forcing these people to get married, they are not telling that partner that, oh, our son is like this or our daughter is like this. They just hide the whole thing. And in the process of saving their son or their daughter, they end up putting someone else's child in trouble, because now the girl is waking up and she says, oh, my husband is not sexually attracted to me. What happens at that point? And maybe she investigates and find out, oh, this is how it is. There are cases of married men, even with kids, they are practicing simply because they know they can't come out, right? And some of them, they can't even date openly. Now you have to see some of these guys with 2, some even 3, 4 Instagram accounts, one for, well, normal people, one for their people, one for the community. They have to lead this whole double lifestyle, and at some point it becomes really, really thin. That's why most of them do all sorts just to get by. Number 4, that's violence and safety. In Nigeria particularly, the LGBTQ community live in fear. Fear of their life, fear of being mocked, fear of everything. There are instances where people would call, let's say maybe they're going search to find the partner online, someone would call, oh, I'm here, come meet me. And the person goes and they are beaten, possessions are taken from them, they are treated less than human. Some of them are beaten straight to the point of death. And some people say, oh, why not go to the police? It's against the law. If they even go to the police, they will end up being arrested. The police might not even see it as a case. Might say, oh, no, but you did well. So, in this part of all, we judge a lot, we get emotional, we judge a lot. We don't really take our time to understand things first. But what am I to say? It's a normal human nature. Once we see something or understand, that most likely the person that comes up is fear. Therefore, fear other things about simply because we do not understand. Right? I said something that there are people that believe the earth is flat, there are people that believe the earth is round. We don't just cascading them as much as we do these people. They are literally not safe. So we say, oh, they should come out, they should do this, they should do that. Everything is against them. Imagine being someone that your family is against you, you have nowhere to turn to, the law is against you, everyone is against you. What would you do at that instance? There's so much you can do. The easiest thing that comes to mind is, oh, let me pretend, let me conform, let me just get along for the time being. The last point is mental health wahala. Living that way takes a toll on your mental health. Living that way takes a toll on your mental health. Besides, how many support groups or how many therapy centers would you go and say, oh, like this, and they'll even want you among them or even talk to you? I'm not even sure in Nigeria we have even one support group. I'm not sure we have up to one, but people just feel they behave, they live how they want to live. Forget that this thing deals with them. Some of them go through depression, some go through anxiety disorder, so many mental illness, to the point that some of them end up unaliving themselves simply because they can't take it anymore. They can't live that way again. This video is not to say they are right, we are wrong, or we are wrong, they are right. My take is they are humans. So let's treat them as humans first before we start dealing with the point of, oh, what they are doing is a crime, or it's demonic, or it's scientific, or blah, blah, blah. Any solution anybody can come up with. They are humans. The first thing they would need is love. If they're saying, oh, okay, well, I want to seek help, let it be their decision. If they're saying I don't want to seek help, let them be. I don't think if they're being with people from their community, I don't think they are hurting anybody. I don't think they are doing anything wrong. But hey, society sees it that way. The law sees it that way, especially in Nigeria, that it's a crime. Now, if you've listened to this point, please give this video a thumbs up, share these videos as much as you can. And if you're one of the LGBTQ persons, just know at the end of the day, you're all you got. You're loved. Forget the fact that people treat you the way they treat you. It's not your fault that you feel that way or you're born that way or however you think about it, but that's how you feel that. Own it. I believe at some point maybe they'll have communities of like-minded people, but for right now, I don't want to say pretend. I just want to say Ledo for the time being. The question I said I'll ask at the end of the video: do we continue to see this as a taboo? That's the first question. Do we continue to see this as a taboo? Because the way it's going on now in schools, they teach this thing. I don't know if they talk about it in churches or not, but I know in schools they teach stuff like this. That means our children will get exposed to this. That means there's a chance someone might give birth and the son or daughter feels like, hey, I'm not comfortable in my own skin. That's the first question. Please give and put your answer down in the comment section. The second is this: should their kind of love be a crime in Nigeria? We have domestic violence, people talking about the heterosexual. Now we have it's domestic violence, but that kind of love, which I don't think they are actually hurting anybody. Should it be a crime? Should it be a crime in Nigeria? That's the second question. The third question, and I want to ask is, should we respect everybody's human rights at the end of the day? Because you are locking them up. What's the chance that they won't find someone like them in prison? What's the chance that at some point when it becomes so large, they won't fight back? Right? The whole aspect of feminism, this how it started, was the chance that wouldn't happen? But anyway, just give me your answers in the comment section. I just want to talk about challenges and what I think or how I feel about this whole thing. It's Saturday the guy, and I'll see you in another video.